What's up, people? Thanks for checking out the video, for checking out the channel. We'll be watching a movie today, or in this video. We'll be watching A Clockwork Orange, 1971 movie. A Clockwork Orange, man. Let's see. Okay. A Clockwork Orange. Released 1972. Why does it say 1971 on my thing? Okay. Director Stanley Kubrick. I don't think I've seen any Kubrick movies yet. Let me just see what else is done. He's a very famous director, though, one of the probably the best directors to ever do it. I've heard him mentioned a lot, referenced a lot. He did The Shining. I've seen The Shining. That's probably the only. And Eyes Wide Shut. I saw Eyes Wide Shut back in the day. So I think those are the only Stanley Kubrick movies that I've seen so far. So let's check out A Clockwork Orange. Let's see what this is all about. It's been on my list for a while now, and it's been requested quite recently by some patrons and some people on YouTube. So let's just jump into it. Let's see what Clockwork Orange is all about, man. Let's go.
And we sat in the Kurova milk bar trying to make up our razoo dogs what to do with the evening. I could never stand to see anyone like that, whatever his age might be, but more especially when he was real old like this one was. They were getting ready to perform a little of the old in-out on a weepy young Devotchka they had there.
Come and get one in the yarbles! If you have any yarbles, you eunuch jelly thou! The police! Come on, let's go!
Soon it was trees and dark, my brothers, with real country dark. What we were after now was the old surprise visit. That was a real kick, and good for laughs and lashings of the old ultra-violent.
Who on earth could that be?
My friend's in the middle of the road, bleeding to death. Can I please use your telephone for an ambulance? Oh, me clouds chase everyone from the place. Biddy well, little brother. Biddy well.
Fuck.
We've been working hard too. Pardon me, Luce.
It was a bit from the Glorious Ninth by Ludwig van.
I don't like you should do what you've done. And I'm not your brother no more and wouldn't want to be.
And not scrap any time you say.
Bed ways is right ways now. So best we go home ways and get a bit of spatchka. Right?
It had been a wonderful evening, and what I needed now to give it the perfect ending was a bit of the old Ludwig van.
Got to rest, Mum. Got to get fit. Otherwise, I'm liable to miss a lot more school.
Where exactly is it? He goes to work of evenings.
Well,
If only you knew,
like you
man.
said,
The evening's the great time, isn't it, Alex, boy?
Cup of the old chai, sir?
No time. Next time it's not going to be the corrective school anymore. Next time it's going to be the body place and all my work ruined. Words got through to me by the usual channel. Certain friends of yours were named also. You've got not too bad of a brain. Is it some devil that crawls inside of you?
It's just full of weird characters, man. Oof.
I ordered this 2 weeks ago. Can you see if it's arrived yet, please?
Just a minute.
Come with Uncle and hear all proper. Hear angel trumpets and devil trombones. You are invited.
And we thought you might have been, like, offended by something or other. So round we come to your abode.
As I am your Drugan leader, I'm entitled to know what goes on, eh? Yeah.
All right, no more picking on Dim, brother.
If you need a motor car, you pluck it from the trees. If you need pretty Polly, you take it.
Brother.
There was a window open with a stereo on, and I viddied right at once what to do. Now they knew who was master and leader.
This idea of yours for tonight. Tell us all about it then.
The place is shut down for a week and she's completely on her own. And it's full up with, like, gold and silver.
There's been a terrible accident. Can I please use your telephone for an ambulance?
I'm gonna get in that window and open the front door.
The words he used sounded very like what was quoted in the papers this morning in connection with the writer and his wife who were assaulted last night.
What the bloody hell do you think you're doing? I told you to leave that alone! Now get out of here before I throw you out!
On me now, Drugi. I know the law, you bastards.
You rotten little bastard.
It was all their idea, brothers. They forced me to do it. I'm innocent.
You are now a murderer, little Alex. A murderer.
Name.
Alexander Delarge, sir.
Sentence.
14 years, sir.
Crime.
Murder, sir.
Pick that up and put it down properly. Anything else in your pockets?
No, sir.
Right. Sign here, your valuable property. Are you now, or have you ever been, a homosexual?
No, sir.
Right. The mothballs, mister. Mothballs, sir.
Well, I ask you, what is it worth when we have undeniable proof? Yes. Don't you laugh, damn you, don't you laugh.
But he was very fond of myself, me being very young, and also now very interested in the big book. I like the parts where these old Yehudis toll-chock each other and then drink their Hebrew vino, and getting onto the bed with their wives' handmaidens. That kept me going.
About this new treatment that gets you out of prison in no time at all. Make sure you never get back in again.
That is not proven 655-3-1. In fact, it is only in the experimental stage at this moment. When a man cannot choose, he ceases to be a man.
I want you 2 lines! One against that wall! Facing this way! Go on, move!
Common criminals like these are best dealt with on a purely curative basis. Kill the criminal reflex, that's all.
You're absolutely right, sir.
Shut your bleeding hole!
This vicious young hoodlum will be transformed out of all recognition.
Thank you very much for this chance, sir.
Let's hope you make the most of it, my boy.
The new view is that we turn the bad into good. All of which seems to me to be grossly unjust, eh?
Sir. Shut your filthy hole, you scum!
You will be transferred to the Ludovico Medical Facility.
Prisoner escort, move forward. Halt!
Excuse me, Law.
Now, in a few minutes, you'll meet Dr. Brodsky and we'll begin your treatment. You're a very lucky boy to have been chosen.
I realise that, missus, and I'm very grateful to all concerned.
We're just going to show you some films.
You mean like going to the pictures?
Something like that.
Then they clamped like lid locks on my eyes so that I could not shut them, no matter how hard I tried. It seemed a bit crazy to me. It's funny how the colours of the real world only seem really real when you video them on a screen. When it came to the 6th or 7th Malchik leering and smecking and then going into it, I began to feel really sick.
And it is during this period we've found the subject will make his most rewarding associations between his catastrophic experience environment and the violence he sees.
I guess the goal is to make him associate like those actions or those criminal activities with a feeling of, with bad feelings. Because before this or during when he was committing these crimes, he associated those crimes or those actions with positive, rewarding feelings. I guess, you know, they made him, they gave him an adrenaline rush. You know, it was a very rewarding experience for him, which it should not be. You know, so I guess they want to try to make it like to make him or his body or his mind subconsciously associate the violence with feelings of, with bad feelings, so he doesn't chase that, you know.
It was horrible.
Of course it was horrible. Violence is a very horrible thing. That's what you're learning now. When we're healthy, we respond to the presence of the hateful with fear and nausea. You're becoming healthy, that's all.
It was Ludwig van. 9th Symphony, 4th Movement.
What's all this about sin?
Using Ludwig van like that, he did no harm to anyone. Beethoven just wrote music. I'm cured, praise God.
You're not cured yet, boy.
Ladies and gentlemen, today is an historic moment. The problem of criminal violence is soon to be a thing of the past. Observe all.
Well, you must think I'm awfully stupid.
Come on! I'm gonna be sick. I'm gonna be sick.
The horrible killing sickness had whooshed up and turned the like joy of battle into a feeling I was going to snuff it. The first thing that flashed into me, Gulliver, was that I'd like to have her right down there on the floor with the old in-out, real savage.
Enough. The intention to act violently is accompanied by strong feelings of physical distress. To counter these, the subject has to switch to a diametrically opposed attitude.
And the very next day, your friend and humble narrator was a free man.
Sorry, Em. I wanted it to be like a big surprise for you and P.
It's a surprise, all right.
A bit bewildering, too. I'm completely reformed.
There's a strange fella sitting on the sofa, munchy-wunchy lump-ticks of toast.
You're back to make life a misery for your lovely parents once more, is that it?
Joe, don't go fighting here, boys.
We can't very well just kick Joe out. Not just like that, can we? I mean, Joe's here doing a job.
Well, it wouldn't be fair now or right, I mean, for me to go off and leave you two to the tender mercies of this young monster. Now look what you've gone and done to your mother. All right, it's all right.
Thank you very much. Let it lie heavy on your consciences.
Now don't take it like that, Sonny.
Can you spare some cutter, me brother?
Yeah, that's the guy who beat you up 2 years ago, man.
I never forget a face, me cub. I never forget any face.
Leave me alone, brother.
It was old age having a go at youth. And I daren't do a single solitary thing, oh my brothers.
If it isn't little Alex. Long time no Vinny, Drew. How goes? It's impossible. I don't believe it. For what I did in the past, I've been punished. Punished? I've been cured. Cured, yeah. That was read out to us. The inspector read it all out to us. Don't call me Dim no more either. Officer called me.
Enough is remembered, though, little Alex.
We're feeling you some more sometimes, Rudy.
And it was home I came to, brothers, not realizing in the state I was in where I was and had been before.
Who on earth could that be?
They crippled this guy, man. They put him in a wheelchair, man.
I knew he would not remember me, for in those carefree days, I and my so-called droogs wore our maskies.
Are you not the poor victim of this horrible new technique? Yes, sir. That's exactly who I am, what I am, sir. A victim, sir.
This young boy is a living witness to these diabolical proposals. The people, the common people, must know, must see.
At the stormy clouds chase everyone from the place.
So he's also associating that song with horrible experiences, man, feelings. In a way, the treatment has played out on him too, man.
Food, all right. Try the wine.
Won't you join me?
No, my health doesn't allow it. I'm pleased you appreciate good wine. Have another glass. The doctors told me it was pneumonia, but I knew what it was. A victim of the modern age. Poor girl. They're very, very important people, and they're interested in you.
It just so happened that while they were showing me a particularly bad film of like a concentration camp, the background music was playing Beethoven. When I hear the ninth, I get like this funny feeling. I can't see much in the future. And I feel that any second something terrible is going to happen to me.
Well done, Frank.
They are going to torture him with that treatment, man. They are going to play Beethoven, man, endlessly. Jesus, it's all coming full circle, man.
The pain and sickness all over me like an animal. The music coming up from the floor was our old friend Ludwig van. I came back to life after a long black gap of what might have been 1,000,000 years.
He's recovered consciousness, Doctor.
What makes you think you are welcome?
I'm going to show you some slides, and you're going to tell me what you think about them. All right?
Oh, jolly good. Yeah, like all these doctors were playing around with me Gulliver. You know, like the inside of my brain. I seem to have this dream over and over again. Do you think it means anything?
What do you want?
No time for the old in and out, love. I've just come to read the meter.
Good.
How many did I get right?
Oh, it's not that kind of a test, but you seem well on the way to making a complete recovery.
And then one day, they said I was going to have a very special visitor.
Good evening, my boy.
Hi there, my little droogies.
Well, how are you getting on today, young man?
I can tell you with all sincerity that I and the government of which I'm a member are deeply sorry about this, my boy. Deeply sorry. We never wished you harm. But there are some who did, and do. And I think you know who those are. He formed this idea in his head that you had been responsible for the death of someone near and dear to him. We put him away where he can do you no harm. We always help our friends, don't we? The press has chosen to take a very unfavorable view of what we tried to do. But public opinion has a way of changing.
I was cured, all right.
What a fucking tragic story, man. That guy's life is so fucking tragic, man. You know? But it's hard to feel bad for him because of the stuff that he did to people. You know? What he was doing to people with his buddies, man. Just robbing people, beating people up, raping people, man. It's hard. It's impossible, man, to feel bad for him, man. But What followed was just fucking oof. What a movie, man. That was amazing. What an amazing movie, man. Stanley Kubrick, man. Fucking genius. Fucking genius, man. I really like the English that they used in the film. You know, that old style of English. Very nice to listen to, man. You know, and the way they were using the word like. It's very modern the way they were using the word like here, man. I don't know if that was common back in the day when this style of English was being used, but the way they use like in this movie is very similar to how like is used today. The way people speak and you and overuse like, you know. You hear that a lot when people speak like it's a very overused word, man. And they were using it a lot here. Oof, what a movie, man. What a movie, man. You know, I don't know, in the beginning of the movie when these guys were committing their crimes, when Alex and his friends were committing their crimes, they were underage. And they were really horrific crimes too, you know. And the movie portrayed them in a very graphic way. I don't know if that was intentional, you know, because then it was really hard to root for him or feel bad for him when he was going through the treatment, you know. I don't know if that was the intention, man, because sometimes the guy is I don't even know if you would call him a protagonist. He's not a good guy, you know. It's many times in movies you find yourself rooting for the main character. Here it was almost impossible to do that because of the kind of person that he is or was, you know. Maybe that was intentional, man. Maybe we are not supposed to feel bad for him when he's going through the treatment and all that. But the treatment, man, it had an effect on him like crazy, man. When they finally let him out and he tried to punch that guy Joe and he got sick. And then if his friends, he found out that his friends had become cops, you know. They fucking beat him up. Almost drowned him, man. The use of the music was fantastic in this one, man. Fantastic, man. Jesus, what a good movie, man. What a fantastic movie, man. Ooh. It's really one of the best movies I've ever seen. You know? Amazing movie. It's amazing what you can do to the mind as far as conditioning and training the mind to respond a certain way to different things, man. It's amazing how you can train the mind, man. You know? The mind is everything, man. The mind is everything. The mind is what makes you, you, man. You know? I wonder if this has been, of course, it's conditioning and behavior and all that, but I wonder if this has actually been attempted in real life, man. Like this approach to criminality and trying to end criminality and all that, conditioning criminals, and I wonder if this has actually been attempted. I remember watching a documentary, the TV show, the Unabomber or whatever. And they talked about how in college, because he was a really sharp guy, high IQ and all that. They talked about how in college, I think he went to a really good school, probably Harvard or some shit, man. But they talked about how I think he tried to major in psychiatry or psychology or whatever. And I think one of his teachers or professors used to do this kind of thing to him, used to take him to a room and show him films or really weird things, man. You know, I remember something along those lines, man. And to him, he thought, or he blamed that kind of, or that experience. He blamed that for how he ended up, you know, he ended up psychologically and mentally. He thinks his professor really fucked him up, man. No, I'm not sure. I don't remember. I saw it a while ago, but I remember something along those lines, man. His professor used to take him to a room and show him weird films, videos, and stuff, and it really conditioned him and changed the way he saw the world and just his way of thinking in general, man. You know. Also, it's interesting how just how he ended up in the hands of his former victim, man, the guy in the wheelchair. You know, and the way what that guy went through when Alex was singing that song. I'm singing in the rain while he was in the shower, in the tub there. How that just triggered that guy's memory and reminded him and made him realize that that was actually Alex. Because then the treatment, you know, that conditioning that they were trying to do to Alex, it manifested in that scene, man, with that guy, man. Because Alex was singing that song while raping and assaulting the guy. Then he sang it in the shower, the guy heard it, and it all came back to him, man. The mind, man. It just triggered all that shit and brought it all back. Fantastic movie. That was a small portrayal of this treatment. You know? Him remembering just from hearing Alex sing, man. A small portrayal of what they were trying to do with this experiment, man. This treatment. Amazing movie, man. This is a 9 for me, a 9 out of 10, man. Fantastic, man. Fantastic, man. I'm glad I watched this, man. A Clockwork Orange, Stanley Kubrick. Oof. What an experience. What an experience, man. What an experience. I wonder if this is Kubrick's best film ever made, that is ever made. I'm looking at some movies here. In 1968, he made 2001 A Space Odyssey. I haven't seen that one. Eyes Wide Shut, I saw this at a very, very young age, man. I was too young too young when I saw this, man, but didn't do much for me, man. Didn't do much for me when I saw it. Eyes Wide Shut, Full Metal Jacket, I've heard of that. I should see that. The Shining, I've seen. Barry Lyndon, no. Clockwork Orange, that's what I just saw. 2001, not yet. Strange Love, I've heard of that. It's on my list. I've been meaning to watch that. Lolita, I think I saw Lolita back in the day. Spartacus, the movie, not the show. No. The Killing, no. Parts of Glory, no. Killer's Kiss, no. Seafarers, no. Fear and Desire, no. Day of the Fight, no. Flying Padre, no. Anyway, I tried to watch 2001 A Space Odyssey back in the day. Not back in the day, probably like 2 years ago. I watched that opening scene with was it the chimps or gorillas or whatever, man? It was just too weird. I didn't have the patience. But maybe I will revisit this one, man. Maybe I will revisit. See what it's all about. Watch it. Give it a proper chance, man. Stanley fucking Kubrick. He died in 1999. He definitely left his mark, man. He definitely left his mark, man. I need to watch I need to watch Full Metal Jacket. That's a film I need to watch. I think it's a war movie. Don't know if they actually go into war or maybe it's just about the military or whatever, you know. Maybe I'll watch it next, man. Fuck it. I think I'm going to watch it next right after this, man. Like, subscribe, share, check out my Patreon, and I will see you guys in the next one, man. Peace.